Kira is low. Kira's down, but the core is low as well. That's Urel to fall. Danny's still working, 12%. There's Greymane, there's Brightwing, and the core is saved at 10% health. Red, oh my gosh, Red is tearing through the members of Bronze 6. Somehow Ferret's gonna survive. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we've got a special presentation for you. It's the Heroic Division semifinals. We're playing a best of 5 tonight in our 2 versus 3 seed matchup. Nexus Retirement Angle taking on the members of Rodneys' Imaginary Friends. We've got all 5 and all 10 in the lobby now. The teams are discussing that this is indeed a best of 5. This is single elimination playoffs here in Heroic Division. This should be a very exciting matchup. It's been a super strong division this season, and I'm excited to see how it breaks down as we move through this bracket. Exclamation mark bracket if you do want to see the teams involved in this Heroic Division playoff season. You can see the names there. You can go to the site, check out the players. It's all good. Looks like they're just getting their banter out of the way here. I'll let them know that I'm ready to go, and then they could go at their leisure. Well, we've got a second. Let's go over to the map select here. Check out the map situation. Alterac Pass, Cursed Hollow, Infernal Shrines, and Tomb of the Spider Queen are banned away for this set. And we're going to be starting things off on Sky Temple, as chosen by Nexus Retirement Angle. Sky Temple, the one map here that is left out of the Storm Division map pool, so not one that I've got to see an awful lot of this season. So I'll be excited to see how these teams play on this map that a lot of teams tend to avoid, but it can be a pretty interesting one tactically. Just waiting on one more ready, so we'll come back to me for a moment. Waiting for players. The classic. Rodney's Imaginary Friends going to be first to act here. Nexus Retirement Angle automatically wins the coin flip here in the playoffs by being the higher seed, opting for the map pick here in this series. So we'll see what Rodney's Imaginary Friends can do with their first pick advantage here. Blaze going to be the opening band. I would hazard a guess to say Blaze is the strongest hero in the game right now. Just, 1v1 in a vacuum. Who are you taking first pick at all costs? I feel like it's Blaze right now. How you doing, Chrono Slice? 30k did win yesterday. They are your Storm Division champions. Today we're doing the Heroic Division. Well, that's one division down from Storm Division, but still very, very good gameplay. We're into their playoffs as well, so we're going to see them featured on the main channel today. Lucio, Hager, and Johanna round out our top bands here. That leaves Drinko to take Brightwing as our first pick. Always nice to have some global presence here on Sky Temple. We'll see if Nexus Retirement Angle wants to match that energy with maybe a Dahaka or a Falstad here in these early picks. With Blaze Hager banned, I wouldn't mind a Dahaka slam here from Nexus Retirement Angle. They are going to pick that up. Bob locks it in. Jägermeister going for the Diablo, since Johanna is banned out. That does leave some counter opportunities for Rodney's Imaginary Friends here. They wanted to make sure they have at least a little bit of percentage power to help take down Diablo. Aragona's going to respond with the Muradin here. Snarfungus goes for Sylvanas. Sylvanas can do some percent damage to Diablo with a specific level 1 talent, and also just has great damage overall. So can't really go wrong with Sylvanas here. Nexus retirement angle, further narrowing the off-lane pool with that Urel ban. So they already have their Dahaka picked up. Rodney's imaginary friends looking across Dahaka, Diablo. You're thinking about boss control, you're thinking about globals, skirmishing heroes. Junkrat definitely fits the bill for boss control, and just being a strong hero in general. Nexus retirement angle. Looking for their next 2 picks. See if they're going to take their healer this round or wait for the last one. Big time damage remaining. We've got Vala, we've got Hanzo. Got Greymane still up. That's a fan favorite here on Sky Temple. Oh, Jakashlu going for the Cassia, and just in case locks Rhaegar. Rhaegar does provide a lot of lane support and camp taking support from the healer position. Always nice to have here on Sky Temple. If your lanes are all pushed in, you can't access the objective, so you gotta have the wave clear on side. Rodney's imaginary friends looking to round out their draft. They need an off lane, they need a flex. Rodney going for the Jaina here, and Mundane Zebra opting for the Malthael. Malthael can definitely help chew on Diablo with the percent damage going at all times. Jaina going to be providing those slows on the front line to try to blow up those melee and forward heroes quickly. Also providing a whack ton of wave clear. Rhaevar on the last pick now for Nexus retirement angle. What will it be to cap off this draft? Gonna be the Hanzo coming on out, some extra range to hopefully stay away from the big Jaina combos. All right. Looking at the 2 compositions. Wave clear wise, I feel like Rodney's imaginary friends is a little bit ahead. But I really like how Dahaka plays on Sky Temple, so that could be an X factor here for Nexus retirement angle. We'll have to see how it goes. Here we go. Game number 1 of this best of 5. On the left in the blue, we have Nexus retirement angle. Bob is on the Dahaka, Jakashlu playing Cassia, Jägermeister on the Diablo, Rhaevar playing Hanzo, and just in case on the Rhaegar. On the right in the red, we have Rodney's imaginary friends. Rodney on the Jaina, Drinko playing the Brightwing, Snarfungus on Sylvanas, Aragonis playing Muradin, and we've got Mundane Zebra on the Zebra mount with Malthael.
Go fight.
Looks like we've got some action going down to the bottom lane for our Sylvanas squad. Nexus retirement angle going for the brawl on the top vision, but we'll find nobody there. Snarfungus going to lead the crew across, looks like. Nexus retirement angle has sniffed it out. Cassia and Hanzo on the way to defend, but this wall taking significant damage. Taking a look at our level 1 talents here. Hanzo going for the Q quest here on level 1, getting those Stormbow stacks. Cassia going for the Thunderstroke Q quest as well, so double stacking damage dealers. Jaina opting to grab the Globe quest to help out with that mana pool. Just in case took a little bit of damage here in the mid lane from that rotation. As the team's now looking to cap their bottom side siege camps. Looks like no invades to be had for the meantime. Clear speed is pretty even. Checking out our top lane matchup, Mundane Zebra pushing Bob to the brink. Dahaka going to use that well to try to get well once again. Siege camps taken by both sides, going to meet here on the bottom lane. Looks like Bob actually came on in here for a flank. The rest of the team seems to have abandoned him for now. Can Dahaka get the speed to move away? No, Dahaka goes down. First blood goes over to Rodney's imaginary friends, and they're looking for more. There goes Diablo. It's a double kill to open things up. Sylvanas going to pop the black arrows here on the gate, get as much siege as they can here in the early going. Good start here for Rodney's imaginary friends. Rodney himself working on this side camp and taking quite a bit of damage here. Will need some help from Brightwing. At least somebody. Soon. Snarfungus, help! Alright, here comes Brightwing. Jaina's going, I got this. Well, maybe I got this. Nexus retirement angle going to respond with their own camp here. Aragonus thinking about scouting this. Is spotted, though, by the Sonic Arrow. And it'll be a trade on these bruiser camps. Temple's activating soon here. Jockishlu stepping up. Ooh, manages to avoid the stun there from Aragonus. Polymorph hits as the bruiser camps do clash here in the top lane. Diablo coming on up to help defend here for Nexus retirement angle. Goes into the back line. Snarfungus taking quite a bit of damage there. Down past 200 health. Manages to escape. Temples have now activated. Bruiser camp still feeling pretty healthy here on the side of Nexus retirement angle. Rhaegar standing on the top point here for the blue side. The wave is cleared, and now there's going to be a contest. Just in case got a few shots as, ooh, Jägermeister engaging onto the bottom side. Flipped out of the fend of Cassia, though. Does Drinko get away from this? Ooh, nice pop there from Hanzo. Helps securing that kill. Mundane Zebra coming on up here. On the flank, warps right into the backline, trying to splash those auto attacks, but here's the turnaround from Nexus retirement angle. Aragonus very low, but so is Dahaka. Dahaka's going to be the one to go down here. Scatter from Hanzo does not get the finish onto Snarfungus. Mundane Zebra couldn't get the tag onto Rayvar. Top Temple's now going over to Rodney's imaginary friends. Mid-Temple being held by Aragonus for the moment as well. So it looks like Murden will have to vacate this mid-spot. Snarfungus going to step up here, try to help clear this wave. Coax down this structure. Here comes Bob and Rayvar. Snarfungus will warp back to safety. Riding that haunting wave. Oh, just in case could be caught here. Malthael is repositioned away though, but just in case has to lunge back. Was body blocked on the top side, and that is Rhaegar going down. That means Rodney's imaginary friend's going to pick up some extra shots here in the mid, having a very strong start here on Sky Temple. Approaching the 5-minute mark, we're going to see the boss come on out of here. There you go. The snake boss. Did you know it was a snake? I sure didn't for a very long time. I was like, yeah, it's a big scorpion creature. No problem. Nope. Snake face. Jockishlu taking some hits here on the bottom side. Manages to get behind the remnants of that wall. Nexus retirement angle, capping their camp on the right. Be the same thing here. Uh-oh, just in case. Whoo, nearly walked right into a hammer. As Aragonus tried to land that Stormbolt. Tens have now arrived for Rodney's imaginary friends. We're looking at Wailing Arrow, Last Rites, Water Elemental, Blink Heal, and Avatar. Aragonus going to come across, finds the stun onto Jägermeister. There is the cleanse, but a huge silence onto that backline. Still, Jägermeister with enough health to get away. A few ults down there on the side of Rodney's imaginary friends, but they do have some time here to recover them before Nexus retirement angle hits 10s for their own. Next objective should be called here in just a moment. Ooh, Bob nearly gets the drag there. Good disengage from Rodney's imaginary friends. Nexus retirement angle starting to lock in their heroics here. We've got Dragon Arrow, Apocalypse, Ball Lightning, Ancestral Healing. Dahak is still considering it. Looks like it's going to be the Isolation.
Soon they shall bask in my glory.
Solo bottom Temple is going to be our next objective here. Both teams with their heroics online. Still 30 seconds on Wailing Arrow, though. Aragonis just watching this rotation here. Gets scouted out by Jockishlu. Good court vision there. All the while, though, Malthiel's going to grab that top bruiser camp. So that will push during this objective phase. Bob will catch Mundane Zebra. There's the Dragon Arrow coming out as well. And oh, Malthiel caught and taken down. Great catch there from Dahaka. Snarfungus in trouble as well as the bruisers on the front line are controlling that space. Wailing Arrow comes on out here, trying to turn it onto Dahaka, who goes into stasis. Rodney and Drinko being chased away. That is Brightwing and Jaina to fall. Turns out to be a triple kill. Nexus retirement angle getting the jump on them, and now they're going to get the jump on this boss. That does allow Dahaka to move away and clear out this top bruiser camp. Aragonis and Snarfungus in the area going to try to jump forward and get an extra stun there. Looks like no gank attempt to be had. Well, just as I say that, Bob getting dangerously low here, past 300. Looks like Dahaka is going to ultimately get away. Boss was claimed here by Nexus retirement angle, pushing through the bottom lane. Aragonis moving forward, trying to find Just In Case once again, but good peels from the teammates, Rayvar and Jägermeister. Gonna be 13s for both sides in just a moment here. Cassia taking a few shots before rotating back to safety. The boss does clear away the bottom fort here. Rodney's imaginary friends do not have a retreat point now, as they work on taking this bottom objective. Mundane Zebra trying to get some counter pressure on the camp. Jägermeister thinking about flanking. There's the reveal onto Snarfungus. Dragon Arrow is cleansed away there by Drinko. Jägermeister continuing to try to engage there onto Aragonis. Bob saved by the Ancestral for now, but now a huge silence onto the backline. Can Roddy's imaginary friends turn it? Yes. Dahaka is going to go down, keeping up the chase here. Aragonis looking for a way forward, but with this fort, Nexus retirement angle will get away. Drinko working on the last couple hits here for Rodney's imaginary friends, as they've got a siege camp pushing in as well. Bottom fort is going to fall here. Big flank from Malthiel, but is caught by Jägermeister. Rayvar in some trouble, gets hit with the last rites, and that'll be it for Hanzo. Polymorph goes out onto Jockishlu. The chase continues. Rodney's imaginary friends, they've got the double kill. Can they chase forward for more? Jägermeister and Just In Case get behind the wall, but this is going to mean some extra siege damage here for Rodney's imaginary friends. Keep wall being shredded down quickly by the team in this camp. Momentum swings have been wild so far in this game number 1. Rodney's imaginary friends now moving to the mid, looking for Bob here. There's this first stun from Aragonis. Polymorph hits as well. They're not going to use any more resources here. Nexus retirement angle do have 5. They're about to be down 16s. Jägermeister going to step up to this camp, going to go full apocalypse here. Dragon Arrow hits onto 3 as we've got a full team fight going right now. That is a triple kill, quad kill for Nexus retirement angle. Unbelievable save from them. They're going to chase forward. Aragonis should have enough health to get away from Rayvar here. But wow, what a play from Nexus retirement angle. That looked like an ill-advised defense on that camp, but they turn it into a quad kill. All of a sudden, they are completely caught up on experience here. Taking a look at that experience tab, they shot way ahead on those hero kills coming in the late game. Double temple phase coming through next. Nexus retirement angle going for the right side bruiser camp steal. They'll have that double stack here in the top lane. (16 versus 16 as the double bruiser camp connects. Nexus retirement angle just going to go ahead and back off. Going to work on these shots in the mid and in the bot. Dahaka already in position. Aragona's trying to wrap around the left side. Nexus retirement angle, not going to allow themselves to get pinched here. They'll just back off and accept the trade. Rodney's Imaginary Friends does still have a small advantage on the structure health. This Nexus retirement angle goes for another steal, but here comes the members of Rodney's Imaginary Friends. They're going to jump forward here onto Jägermeister. Apocalypse combo onto the backline, avoided by Jaina. Rodney is still going to be silenced, though, by Dahaka. Ball lightning is bouncing in the back. Somehow Rodney's staying alive here as the fight rolls on. Snarfungus low as well. This time, looks like Rodney's Imaginary Friends have got out to tell the tale, but these close quarter fights have been absolutely going over to Nexus retirement angle. Really nice job by them. Jakashlu may have stepped a little too far forward here. Gets the Surge of Light connection, but there's so much damage. And Cassia caught out and taken down by Rodney's Imaginary Friends. Aragona says, that's enough for me. We're going after this boss. 5v4 here. No major boss stealing heroics available for Nexus retirement angle. Instead, they're just going to trade here, possibly for this top keep. They've got a little bit of a wave left as they put the pressure on. With the help of this catapult, they might just get it. They're a little bit low on time here, so they're going to back away. But it turns out Rodney's Imaginary Friends, they didn't come back to defend. They're just going to keep on pressuring forward in the bot lane. Dahaka going to be driven out here by Brightwing on the top side. Both can come and join this fight at their leisure. Boss high health here going through this pretty damaged keep. Will we see Rodney's Imaginary Friends pressure on forward? If they can find a pick, they can turn this into a core play. Rodney looking to step forward here. Puts the Blizzard out. There's an extra damage onto Just In Case. Silence Arrow as well. Rhaegar caught and taken down. Dragon Arrow will not connect. Trading out, though, for Sylvanas. 4 versus 4 here. Bob gets the drag, but gets interrupted. That's a stun onto Diablo. Last rites go out, and that is a soul reset here. But so Diablo's going to be right back on the defense. Core down to 85% as Rodney's Imaginary Friends are being chased away. Jaina next to fall. Solid defense here. Ends up being a 2 for 2, but Diablo bought back with those souls. The chase continues. Oh, Drinko nearly taken down there past 60 health. Diablo trying to play catch-up as Aragonis going to be flipped over. And someone's got to get the auto. There we go. Muradin goes down. Nexus retirement angle. Taken down 3 in a bit of a staggered fashion here. I don't think they've got what it takes to go for the core. Oh, they've got Malthael caught in lane. There's a full Apocalypse combo. Oh, was that no, that was a Hellgate combo. But Malthael's going to buy back with the level 20. Jakashlu going forward with the ball lightning, putting some extra damage onto Mundane Zebra. Drinko's got the heals with the phase shift. Through all of this, Rodney's Imaginary Friends still have a slight advantage on these structures, so trading on the objective is in their favor. But our next temple is a solo temple. Dahaka going to be right on top of this for Nexus retirement angle. Both teams got their bruiser camps out, so those will nullify each other. Nexus retirement angle stacking another siege giant camp here. They're going to come across and see if they can catch one. Mundane Zebra, I'm not sure they saw. Uh-oh. Jägermeister, big flank time. There's the Apocalypse combo. Gonna catch 2. Dragon Arrow connects as well. Malthael in some trouble in the backline as the double Ancestral does splash through. Bob with a drag onto Mundane Zebra. Uh-oh, Dahaka going to be taken down here as Jakashlu fends on forward. Rodney taken out there by the Scatter Arrow, 1 for 1 once again. Very close in that team fight. Rodney's imaginary friends managed to get away. Oh, Aragona's going to jump in and then get flip slam. Mundane Zebra into the back line. Hellgate is going to get Jägermeister on through to the back, but there is the last rites, and that will be a full death this time onto Diablo. Rodney's imaginary friends strike back, making it a 2-for-1. Solid defense there.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Still trying to double back to get some shots on this temple here. Nexus retirement angle. Would love to take down this keep with these shots. Aragonis and Snarfungus are spotted here on this rotation. Just in case, trying to get on out of there. Rayvar is not mounted. Has the natural agility, but it just goes into the pit there to try to draw away the rest of the team. Rayvar just going to be the sacrificial death here on the bottom side as Hanzo goes down. Rodney's imaginary friend's going to get a couple shots here. I think this takes down the keep. Let's take a look here. Even if it doesn't, Muradin and Sylvanas are on the way to try to finish this off. No, they're not. They're thinking about not going there. Rhaegar and Cassia in the area. Looks like Snarfungus will commit the Black Arrows and finish this off. Aragona steps on forward, gets the double stun. There's the rewind double stun once again. The rest of the team is catching up here. Wailing Arrow hits onto Rhaegar, and that is a kill for Rodney's imaginary friends. But look at the combo damage from Jockishlu. Rodney trying to move away here with that. Oh goodness, the water elemental. Great peels there. They found a pick, but it's not enough. They're going to try to double back on this boss. Or are they? Are they baiting the boss? Oh. Looks like they're trying to bait the boss. Here they come. Aragonis over the top. Finds the stun onto Diablo. Can they catch up? Hellgate goes out before the polymorph can connect here. Jockishlu tries to turn it around onto the back line. Mundane Zebra does not get hit by the APOC combo. There's the chase here from Mundane Zebra. Diablo, another full death there. Bob is next to fall. Rodney's imaginary friends, they've got the chain kills that they need, and they're going to move forward towards the core. They've got some minion pressure in the bottom lane and the mid lane here. Rhaegar is about to be back. Core shielding is about to fall. Aragonis over the top, finds the double stun onto 2, but the core is taking too much damage here. Rodney's imaginary friends hangs on. Goes up 1-0 in this series. GG. Very, very close matchup there for game number 1. Rodney's imaginary friends eking out the victory, but wow, right down to the end. A lot of lead changes there, and I'm hoping that's what we can expect for the rest of this series. Let's go to the postgame. Check out the stats here. Rayvar on the Hanzo, nearly 86,000 hero damage for Nexus retirement angle. Solid performance there with 7 killing blows. Rodney on the Jaina, for Rodney's imaginary friends, top hero damage at nearly, quite nearly, a very nice 69,000 hero damage. Take a quick look at the talents as we update the scoreboard and get prepped for game number 2. Alrighty. We are going to Battlefield of Eternity here for game number 2, once again chosen by Nexus Retirement Angle. Let's jump into the draft. It's up and rolling. Waiting for players. Alright, draft number 2. Rodney's imaginary friends once again going to be first to act here. Up 1-0 in this best of 5. See if they'll stick with their researched bans. If they'll try to throw a wrench into the mix. Gonna start off with that Blaze ban once again. Augur once again going to be banned. Our top 2 offlaners tend to be removed. There goes the Lucio as well. Things looking pretty standard here in the bans. Will we see a Hanzo ban? No, they're going to ban the Brightwing. So does Rodney's imaginary friends jump on that Hanzo opportunity? Do they have other plans here for Battlefield? I mean, it comes down to preference. I think Hanzo is the top one that you can pick. Rodney agrees. Gonna go ahead and grab up that one. There's other great options. I mean, your Sylvanas, your Vala. They all do great here on Battlefield, but Hanzo particularly gets to play safely and have that big teamfight engaged tool while shredding down that Immortal. Nexus retirement angle. Jägermeister going back to the Diablo here. Jagashlu responds with Li Ming. Gotta love a good Ming here on Battlefield. We'll see how greedy Jagashlu is going to be with that build. As you can go full greed mode, or you can go a little bit more shield-based with that Li Ming. Mundane Zebra going to grab up that Dahaka. And Aragonis opting for a Nubarak here. Still a pretty long-range engage with that Anubarak. And does some good job at disrupting Li Ming shots. Nexus retirement angle gets rid of the Stukov. Stukov Anubarak, a pretty solid combination. Rodney's imaginary friends taking away that Genji so that Hanzo can feel a little safer in the backline. Alright, Nexus retirement angle. They've got the Diablo Li Ming. I would love to see a Malfurion here. We'll see if they do it. I love a Malfurion Li Ming combo. Okay, Tyrande. It's a little bit the window of the combo is tighter with Li Ming Tyrande versus Li Ming Malfurion. But Tyrande does have the immortal burning capabilities that are also important here on Battlefield of Eternity. So a very cool pick there. Rodney's imaginary friends looking to round out the draft. We're going to see a Sylvanas Kharazim here from Snarfungus and Drinko. Kharazim. Alright, so they're going for a dive setup. Anubarak goes in, Kharazim follows. Hanzo and Sylvanas pile on. Be a lot of opportunities for Tyrande to get those auto attacks, but see if possibly the Thunder comes a bit too quickly. Rayvar opting for the Thrall last pick here. Thrall does do a pretty good job of peeling for that backline, and a pretty good job of dueling other bruisers. Interesting choice here. I think it could work, though. I like the adjustment here from Nexus retirement angle. Okay. Here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, it is Nexus retirement angle. Jagashlu on the Thrall. Rayvar playing Li Ming. Jägermeister on the Diablo. We've got Bob on the Leoric. And it is Just In Case on the Tyrande. On the right in the red, Rodney's imaginary friends. Aragonis on the Anubarak. Snarfungus playing Sylvanas. Drinko on the Kharazim. Rodney on the Hanzo. And we've got Mundane Zebra on the Dahaka. Game number 2 is underway here. Checking our level 1 talents. Speed Quest for Dahaka on 1. Scatter Quest for Hanzo. Getting 1 stack out of 20 on that first cast. Leoric still holding that level 1 for now. So Jägermeister takes another hit here. Ooh, Snarfungus gets caught as well. Follow-up from Thrall is good. Barely able to get away with that Haunting Wave. Hanzo has 8 stacks out of 20 so far. Rodney's speedrunning this quest. 11 stacks as Sylvanas heads on back to base. Ooh, Jägermeister going after Drinko there. The follow-up stun not quite in range as Diablo had to take a step forward for that overpower. 14 stacks by 53 seconds. It's Rodney. 15 stacks by 1 minute. Are we going for the record here, Rodney? Just needs a couple more casts to do it. Jägermeister engaging onto that backline. Follow-up is good onto Drinko. Karazim staying alive for now. Karazim is that Iron Fist quest. Scouting the bottom camp there. Hanzo sees that the camp is being taken. 17 stacks on the scatter. As Nexus Retirement Angle wraps up that camp. Snarfungus actually went on up to the top lane to help deal with this as Hanzo finishes at 1 minute 30 on that quest. Someone check the record, because that is a quick one. Top camp goes over. Thrall actually came up here to match. Hits Mundane Zebra with that Feral Spirit. Checking on the bottom side here. Still a pretty lethal combination in these three for Nexus Retirement Angle. Snarfungus managing to get away just barely there on the top side, trying to watch the engagement on both sides, and Hanzo is going to be the one caught here on the low side. First blood goes over to Nexus Retirement Angle. Bottom side camp being cleared out. So we're approaching the 2 minute 30 mark. Chakashlu just putting a hurting on a Drinko on this rotation. Both teams going to get their shaman camps out on time here as the Immortals getting ready to spawn in for our first objective of the game. Rodney's imaginary friends picking up their shaman camp and prepping for the first objective. Looks like the meat is going to be on the low side here. Drag lands onto Diablo. Jägermeister trying to reposition here. Does create an angle of escape. Thrall gets hit with the combo next, goes down to half health. Snarfungus working on Ravar on the top side. Roddy's imaginary friends being able to bully their way in. Start to put some damage on this objective. Uh-oh, Snarfungus in trouble here. Will get caught and taken down. Nice job by Nexus Retirement Angle keying in on that target. Mortals are spawning in. Rodney's imaginary friends with the full lead here after the halftime show. Rodney able to get away before the rest of the damage could get in range. Mundane Zebra looking for a flank. There's a full defense here from Nexus Retirement Angle. Finally going to release Thrall into Ronda, as Rodney's imaginary friend's going to try to tap and re-engage. Mundane Zebra into the backline, tries to get a drag onto Ravar. Does not get it, though. All the while, though, Rodney on the right-hand side is clearing away the objective. Anubrak goes on forward here, stun onto 2. Just look at Hanzo just absolutely shrekking through this objective. About 5,000 health on that shield, as Rodney's imaginary friends will get to push the bottom lane with the first Immortal of the game. Dahaka trying to match Leo on the top side as the Immortal is prepping to enter the lane. Ooh. Gets the pull into Drinko, but Karazim had a dash to get back over the wall. Objective shielding is now gone. This fort taking quite a bit of damage here. We'll see if Rodney's imaginary friends can lock this up. Jägermeister taking a lot of damage there off that Aragonus engage. Yeah, it looks like this fort is going to be gone here. Jägermeister a little bit low. Drinko goes forward. Aragonus wants it. Leo going down on the top side to Dahaka there as this bottom side fight continues. Ravar peeling away. Anubarak goes down. Hanzo goes down. Somehow Ravar is going to get away just in case. Barely alive here. They managed to take out Karazim. Snarfungus in trouble. Can't take down Jägermeister. It's a quad kill for Nexus Retirement Angle. And Dahaka got that solo kill up in the top lane. Leo now back on the battlefield. Wow. Nexus retirement angle nearly dead on like 3 different heroes there. All of them survive. Mundane Zebra just causing a little havoc here on the top camp. Jägermeister coming across. Ooh, gets 1 pin there. Forces Mundane Zebra to use the essence. Top camp does go over. Aragonus is a split second too late. Mundane Zebra slowed there by Bob. Leo gets away. 10's about to be here for Nexus retirement angle, and there they are. We've got Sundering, Shadow Stalk, Disintegration Beam, Lightning Breath. Leoric's still considering what the pick is going to be here. Jägermeister does get the pin onto Aragonus. Ooh, the Tyrande Lunar Flare just a split second late. As the Entomb is locked in, didn't quite get their target on that cast. Rodney's Imaginary Friends, they've got 10s of their own here as they move on over to this right side camp. We've got 7-sided Strike, Cocoon, Dragon Arrow, Isolation. Sylvanas still considering what the pick is going to be. Let's see what that ends up being here for Snarfungus. Looks like it will be the Mind Control for Sylvanas here. Immortals in defensive positions. It's Jägermeister looking to move across the map, find an engage here. Aragonus on the top side. Gets slipped there. Ooh, there's a stun and a drag. That is trouble for Tyrande. What an engage there. Drinko managed to pop the 7-sided to avoid any retaliation damage. Roddy's Imaginary Friends pick up a kill there. Off the long-range engage. Bob just clearing up the top side here for Nexus retirement angle. Tyrande about to return to the battlefield. Ravar just putting some poke in. Mundane Zebra looking for an opportunity. Oh, the Entomb still went out. Mind Control onto Leoric, though. With the Entomb there, the Mind Control actually caused Leoric to move backwards a little bit, but still going down. Mundane Zebra gets a quick drag. There's a 7-sided. Big damage onto Jägermeister. Diablo's souls are reset. Rodney's Imaginary Friends chain a second kill here. Rodney's Imaginary Friends moving up here, trying to work on this objective. But already back are the members of Nexus retirement angle. Jägermeister engages there. There's the Sundering as well. Drinko in trouble, did not have a way out. Will go down. Aragonus tries to re-engage as the Lightning Breath is going to slow an Uberak. Chakashlu pushed forward, has the Feral Spirit. They're trying to lock in that body block, and they will. That is an Uberak to go down. Nexus retirement angle striking back here. Halftime on this objective. We're going to north-south positions. Rodney's Imaginary Friends have full backed. So they'll be giving up the large portion of the shielding here on this objective phase. Oh, looks like we got a pause here. Here we go. Back into the matchup here. Rodney's Imaginary Friends conceding the rest of this objective phase. We'll set up for the defense. Both teams at 13s. Rodney with a gigantic splash on that scatter arrow. Looks like bottom lane going to be the focus for this objective. Rodney's Imaginary Friends going to get a quick jump on the damage here as they had their lane pushing forward. Entomb always going to catch Snarfungus. There's the arrow to try to peel. Still great root. And Sylvanas goes down. Superior reaction times from Nexus retirement angle. Fort will be going down here. Jägermeister trying to catch one more on the gate. Fortunately, the target just slipped on through. Fort goes down, still 10 seconds on Sylvanas. We'll see if they can get any more damage in here. Gate being pressured. And it looks like the gate will fall. Great push there from Nexus retirement angle. Getting some parity in the bottom lane with those periodic catapults. Looks like we got a heavy rotation from both teams going up towards the top lane here. Bob's starting this up. The rest of the team coming to assist, but right on their heels. I guess Rodney's imaginary friends. Mundane Zebra pulls Bob off the camp. Leo is very, very low as Drinko steps forward. Sonic Arrow connects. The last hits of the 7-sided strike will seal the fate of Leoric. Tahaka gonna go ahead and start the top camp here. Well, they might still try to engage. Jägermeister scouting over the wall. Looks like the camp's still going to go over to Rodney's imaginary friends. No one in the bottom lane for the meantime. Looks like Mundane Zebra will be speed dinoing away to deal with that lane. Bob is back as Jägermeister re-engages. Drinko is caught in the entomb, but that's a Karazim, and the dash will be enough for Drinko to get away. I want to see if we do get the cleansing dash on 16 here. Obviously not as great versus a Leoric, but there's a lot of different routes and stuns available as well that you could be cleansing off. See what the choice is here for Drinko at 16. Mortals getting ready to spawn. Shaman camp being cleaned up here by Rodney's imaginary friends. Looks like Nexus retirement angle not going to opt for their camp here. They're going to go to the top side. Aragonis, has used the escape already, puts Diablo in the cocoon, quickly broken out, and that is Anubrak going down. 7-sided gets Karazim away from trouble, but not Sylvanas. Double kill here for Nexus retirement angle. Mundane Zebra being chased away. Looks like enough speed to escape. But it's a tough time for Rodney's imaginary friends to get picked off right at the beginning of this objective phase. Nexus retirement angle. Now on track for a very heavily shielded Immortal. Looks like they are going to double back for this Shaman camp rather than keying in on the objective straight away. Leave them a little bit late here. Drinko. Ooh. Oh. Karazim slips the wall here. Rodney trying to stay in range. Looks like it was the cleansing dash chosen. What did Li Ming go? Yeah, Li Ming went Illusionist. Much safer build. I was wondering if we'd see the... mind control coming out onto Diablo. Jägermeister getting healed back up, though. Stun onto the back line for Hanzo. Drinko in trouble. Gets hit with the Sundering, and that will be Karazim to fall. Jokaslu chasing on forward. A Disintegration Beam can't get Snart Fungus. Oh, but the Owl Snipe is true. Another Owl is going to hit Rodney here as Disintegration Beam will help take down Hanzo. It's a triple kill for Nexus retirement angle right on the back of grabbing this Immortal. They're still looking for Mundane Zebra on the low side here. The beam is true, and Dahaka is down. Nexus retirement angle just going to keep on pressuring this bottom lane. They're going to get this keep. Rodney's imaginary friends, they will be back here for this core defense if Nexus retirement angle continues forward. Tahaka still down for another 12 seconds. Disintegration Beam going to help secure that structure. Objective going to be cleared away here. Keep is going to stand. It's the last structure remaining here for Rodney's imaginary friends. Bottom lane wall is not cracked yet. It's a little bit early. I'll probably have to win a couple more fights here. Oh, they're looking at this one. Mind control comes out. Jägermeister is low. Jägermeister is down. That's a soul reset. just in case in trouble here, trying to move away from Mundane Zebra. There goes Tyrande. There's the drag tongue onto Thrall next. Aragonis dives into the back. It's a double kill here with Diablo on the way back. Rodney's imaginary friends just ran at him, and they got themselves 3 kills. Aragonis managing to move away there. They're going to keep up the pressure in the top lane for now as they've got some catch-up experience from those kills. Top Fort in trouble. Will be taken down pretty quickly here. Rodney's imaginary friends, they're still slightly behind in experience. So unless they take a fight immediately, they don't really want to engage down 20s until they can get their own here. Aragonis staying forward. Rest of the team retreating though, so we'll move on back. Nexus retirement angle now back to full strength, preparing for this next immortal phase. Right now the members are split here. Uh-oh, Mundane Zebra will finish up the camp in time. Nexus retirement angle didn't roll on down there. Shadowstalk has still a couple people enshrouded. 2 lanes pushing right now for Rodney's imaginary friends. We're 20 versus 20. Who will grab this next fight? Aragonis trying to engage here onto Jägermeister. There's a big stun onto the back, but Hellgate got Diablo away. There is the lightning breath onto the group. So many members getting roasted on the side of Rodney's imaginary friends. Leo is going to be the first to go down here. Anubarak in trouble will fall as well. Somehow Snarfungus able to get away there, was right in the middle of that mix. Could end up just being a 1-for-1 here. Top lane starting to collapse, bottom lane being worked on by Thrall. As there's a re-engage here in the mid. Jägermeister in trouble, is low. Good peels though from Tyrande. Wow, what a turnaround. Karazim goes down, resets for Rayvar. Dahaka is next. Rodney barely gets away from the carnage of Li Ming. All of a sudden, Nexus retirement angle, they want to go for the core. They're up 4v2 right now, and Leo will be spawning right on top of the pack. They don't have any minions, but they do have Tyrande auto-attacking and healing. Mind control goes out. Diablo going to be targeted first. Jägermeister engages here onto Sylvanas. That is Snarfungus going down. Hanzo taken out next. Full team wipe is achieved. This will be Nexus retirement angle, taking the core and coming back in this series. They're going to even things up 1-1 here on Battlefield of Eternity. Well played, GG. Very nice game number 2 there from Nexus retirement angle. Rodney's imaginary friends nearly snuck back into that one. Looking strong, almost had an angle there, but Nexus retirement angle just stronger in those late fights, take the victory, and we are now down to a best of 3 here in this playoff matchup. Let's go to the post game. Checking out the stats once again, Jakashlu on the Thrall getting ahead of Rayvar in the end, a little over 54,000 hero damage for Nexus retirement angle. Rodney on the Hanzo, 87,500 hero damage. Wow. Huge damage numbers coming out there for Rodney's imaginary friends. Very nicely played. We'll take a look at the talents here as we update our scoreboard and prepare for game number 3. Alrighty. See, we are going to Braxis Holdout for game number 3, once again chosen by Nexus retirement angle. We are going to all the offbeat maps tonight. You love to see it. Draft is up. Let's jump on in. Rodney's imaginary friends, they don't want to see that Diablo again. They're going to put that on the ban board here. Nexus retirement angle sticking to their Hogger Band guns. see here. Brightwing banned away, so do they ban Blaze or Lucio? So far, Nexus Retirement Angle hasn't been banning Lucio because Rodney's Imaginary Friends have been banning Lucio. I feel like you probably leave both up. Yeah, they're going to ban Johanna here and make Rodney's Imaginary Friends choose. I mentioned earlier, I think the bar none top pick here is Blaze. Rodney opting for the Genji first pick for a little bit of Braxis holdout tech, being able to traverse those mid walls and work on that boss. This is a best of 5, Osmanthus. Best of 5 today. Nexus Retirement Angle. Thinking about their first 2 picks here. Junkrat Anduin for Rayvar just in case. No Blaze, no Lucio. Very surprising here off the top of the round. Rodney's Imaginary Friends. We'll see what they want to do with this Genji. They're not going to be able to pair the Anduin with it. That was stolen away. What's the play? What's the call? Let me know! What do we got here from Rodney's Imaginary Friends? Mundane Zebra opting for the Rexar as Drenko goes Rhaegar. Rexar on Braxis holdout used to be the absolute scourge of the Nexus. Winning in competitive, winning in Storm League, winning in quick match. It was just an absolute mayhem when you were up against that Rexar. Now Rexar is, good. But there's so many good bruisers available for that top lane. Nubrak banned out by Nexus Retirement Angle. Gonna put Aragonis on something different here. Rodney's Imaginary Friends, they're looking at Junkrat Anduin. See if they do want to ban the Blaze or if they've got something else they want to remove. Get rid of Tracer here. Interesting. I thought Genji beat Tracer in just a skill matchup. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just want to remove another great top lane gank hero. They've already got Brightwing banned. Tracer's another one that can visit the top lane. See if maybe a Zeratul is in the future. Leoric Varian, the choices for Bob and Jägermeister. So we've got a Leo versus Rexar matchup here. I have a hard time valuing Leoric on Braxis because, honestly, after a large number of games, I've got like a 17% win rate on Leoric. I am not good at that hero. But maybe Bob is. Snarfungus going for the Chromie, and Aragonis will go for the Muradin here to round out this comp for Rodney's Imaginary Friends. Chromie brings that wave clear, Muradin brings that stout survivability on the point. Chromie can engage from range, even if Muradin's jumping forward. Jockishlu on the last pick for Nexus Retirement Angle here. Looking for some flex damage. It's going to be Sylvanas, the choice for Jockishlu. Junkrat Sylvanas is a very strong wave clear and push duo. So I feel like that's going to be really strong for Nexus Retirement Angle here. Chromie is the sort of main wave clear for Rodney's Imaginary Friends. I don't know if they're going to be as strong defending the objective. So it's going to be up to them to win as much as possible on the point. Here we go. Game number 3. On the left in the blue, it is Nexus Retirement Angle. Jägermeister on the Varian. Rayvar playing Sylvanas. Jockishlu on Junkrat. We've got Just In Case on the Anduin. And Bob playing Leoric. On the right in the red, Rodney's Imaginary Friends. We've got, Snarfungus disconnecting on the Chromie before coming right back. Drinko on the Rhaegar. Rodney on Genji. Aragonis on Muradin. Mundane Zebra on the Rexar. Let's come back to me.
2, 1.
We're back. We're in.
Facility online.
The battle begins!
Let's do it. Game number 3 is underway. Looks like Genji starting in the top lane along with Sylvanas here. Bob will discover the wily bear. Varian a little weak in the early going. So we'll see if Rodney's imaginary friends can take advantage here in the bottom lane. Gotta keep an eye on this top lane scuffle though as Rayvar gets hit. Rodney jumping in as well. Sylvanas is going to go ahead and get behind the gate, though. Misha Bear! Oh, no. Misha Bear is down. Rhaegar is down in the bottom lane. All of a sudden, Nexus retirement angle coming out swinging here on Braxis holdout. Leoric going to be targeted here. Bob. Ooh, Bob doesn't have the spooky walk to get away. That's a Leoric going down next. Rodney's imaginary friends do strike back. Beacon's now getting ready to activate as, uh-oh, now Rayvar in trouble. This top lane is chaotic as all get out. Sylvanas goes down. Rodney's going to have to go back to base. So now the Beacon's getting ready to activate. Nexus retirement angle going to grab their Hellbat camp to pair alongside this Beacon start. Hellbat camp in the top lane going to be focused on here by Drinko and Rodney. Aragona's trying to get on the point here, but Junkrat has it warded. Some pressure here onto Bob as Rodney remains on the top side of the map. That does allow Nexus retirement angle to step up to this bottom wall, though. Wall being chewed down quickly by Nexus retirement angle. Genji has to come in and assist, but this wall is already gone. Jägermeister still waiting to pick that talent. Varian still waiting to pick a 4. There we go. That's the taunt coming out. Charge comes in first. Ooh, Jägermeister doesn't want to taunt Murden. Rather taunt a juicier target. Ooh, Rayvar getting hit there by Snarfungus. Junkrat Trap now mobile on this point. There's Rodney's imaginary friends wrestling for control here. Time stop on a Varian does allow the channel to go over to Rodney's imaginary friends. If only but for a moment. We'll chase on forward here. Genji taking some hits as Rayvar following it up. Oh, Aragonis over the top finds a stun, but just in case, has the pull to save the Sylvanas. Rexar doing a great job of holding down the top lane here versus Leoric. This Nexus retirement angle. Oh, gonna jump in onto Rayvar. There's a taunt coming on out. Nice deflect from Rodney. Oh, looking for a Swift Strike reset. Genji gonna trade out for Sylvanas as now the beacon progress starts up for Rodney's imaginary friends. Murden taking some hits here. Oh, Jägermeister getting a full combo there from Snarfungus. Up to 84% and counting. This looks like this first objective going to go 100-0 over to Rodney's imaginary friends. And they will start out pushing this bottom lane. Here come the lads coming out of the cage. See if Sylvanas and Junkrat can help clear this quickly. That was what I predicted as this started up, or as this draft started up. Jägermeister just trying to create a little bit of space to help this wave clear. Mostly taken down. Ooh, Genji activated the Swift Strike just before that taunt landed. Nice cleanse there onto Aragonis. Murden able to walk it away. Bob chasing on forward, going to be pulled back by Just In Case. But Bob wants to keep on rocking. Finally sees a reason and moves back to safety. Zerg is cleared up here. It's Mundane Zebra going to try to take down the top wall. Leo responding, but Genji on the flank as well. Oh, might not even need Genji. There's the Swift Strike in. Bob in trouble. will go down. Rodney nearly taken out by the fort in the meantime, though. 4-2 in kills here for Rodney's imaginary friends. Nexus retirement angle getting some damage here onto the bottom fort as the rest of the friendos finishing up this bruiser camp. Jägermeister could be in trouble. Slowing Sands tries to slow down Varian's retreat. Jägermeister just walking it on back to safety as much as possible. Get some healing with that Lion's Maw. Nice roots. Will allow Varian to get away. Bob sees Mundane Zebra on the flank, gets the slow, attaches the spooky hand. Force Rexar to go the back way here. Rodney moved in there, getting taunted though. Managed to get the protect bubble off to deny some of that damage. Aragona steps forward, finds a quick stun onto Rayvar. Charge taunt out onto Sylvanas. Snarfungus in trouble, gets blown to the south side. Creates a no-go zone with that slowing Sands. Ronnie's imaginary friend still slightly ahead in experience here on the way to level 10. So our next beacon phase is now activating. Time stop onto Sylvanas. Aragona's trying to follow it up. Does get a hit on a Jakashlu. Starfungus taunted in the front line. Is the damage in range? Looks like no. Nexus retirement angle. Gotta make sure they're not caught too far forward. Aragonas follows up onto Sylvanas. Rayvar gonna be saved there by just in case. Oh, nice peels from Junkrat. Rodney's imaginary friends with those 10s would have loved to keep on chasing there. They've got the Slowing Sands, Boars, X-Strike, Avatar, and Ancestral Healing. Now Rodney's imaginary friends controlling the point once again here. Mundane Zebra gonna have to be helped out here. Entomb comes on out, but Leo gonna go down before Mundane Zebra takes the damage. Nexus retirement angle has their 10s as well. Light Bomb, Riptire, Wailing Arrow, Shield Wall, and Entomb. They will save the progress at 80%. Riptire comes on out, gonna force the back here. Oh, nice taunt and reposition. There's the Unstoppable, but stunned once again and silenced. Muradin barely able to get over the wall there, but does survive with the help of that Avatar health. Chromie shells on forward as Rodney X strikes onto just in case. The slows are really, really hurting Genji here. Nexus retirement angle. Continuing to put on the pressure for this bottom fort. Aragona steps forward, can't get the stun onto just in case. Taunt goes out onto Rhaegar on the low side. Drinko barely gets away. Wow. Just attempt after attempt. Nexus retirement angle can't quite crack on through. It's now Rodney's imaginary friends going to try to get the last 20%. Leo holding the top side versus Rexar for now. Leo very low though, is going to have to back away. Rexar grabs the top point. Rodney into the mix once again, just put some damage onto Jakashlu. Aragonas knocked off the point once again here. Majorly back and forth here on the bottom point. One jumps out, one jumps in. Rodney trying to trade with Rayvar here. That mounted cyber agility is basically another swift strike here for Genji. Drinko heading on back to base. That should mean Nexus retirement angle is pretty comfortable down here for the meantime. Leo still working on Rexar up here. It's now Genji going to check on that situation. Looks like Leo does get away for the meantime. Well, Genji doubling back. Bob now taking a hit. Will get away though with the spooky hand attached to Misha. Genji looking for a flank here. There's a light bomb engage. Aragonas gets... Oh, great purge from Drinko. They're going to try to turn it around onto the back line. X-strike out onto just in case as a huge wailing arrow from Sylvanas. Aragonas saved just barely with the ancestral healing. Rexar did come on down for a flank. That means Leo has the top channel for the moment. Still 80% and counting. Here comes Rodney. Make it a 2v1. Bob forced to move away. But that means Nexus Retirement Angle has the opportunity to grab the bottom channel once again. We've only had one Zerg wave so far in this match on Braxis Holdout, as both teams approach level 13. Rodney's imaginary friends trying to get their bruiser once again. Nexus Retirement Angle, pressuring on forward. There's a taunt onto Rodney. Nice cleanse once again there onto Genji. Varian being chased out. Jägermeister takes the light bomb, finds a stun onto the front line. Shield wall working once again here. X-Strike lands. This is trouble for Varian. There goes Varian. Finally, it looks like Rodney's imaginary friends have broken the position, and they will finish up this channeling this objective. Leo being chased out in the top lane, and the Zerg will go through that top lane first. Another 100 to 18%. As Bob's going to need some help here in the top lane. Bottom lane going to be quickly cleared out by the members. Oh, Bob in trouble, gets caught by the Misha charge. Rodney in the vicinity as well. Helps secures that kill and helps secure that fort. Varian just trying to hold the line for now. Save as much structure health as possible. Drinko and Snarfungus trying to move up this wave to take down the fort. Rodney, Rodney may have caught Jockishlu here. There's the Swift Strike, and Junkrat goes down. Just so much room between the front fort and the keep wall for Genji to work in. Good capitalization there from Rodney. Oh, we got a wraparound here. Jägermeister way far out here. Gonna be saved once by just in case, but only has the one pull right now. Shield wall comes on out, but it's just a full-on team body block here. Varian peels away just to create some space. That is a staggered kill for Rodney's imaginary friends. Looks like the team is resolved to head towards the boss. Genji gonna go ahead and start that up with the perfect deflect. Is that a 13 talent? Cyber Shield. Oh, is that just a normal deflect? I don't think that's a deflect build. Leo managing to pop the unstoppable there. I think that was just a regular deflect, because I don't see any deflect talents. Interesting. Right now, Rodney's imaginary friends up 2 levels. They've got their 16s. They've got the boss pushing top with a bruiser camp on side. Whoa, Drinko with the supercharge forward. Unlucky for Rhaegar chasing Sylvanas on the wave. Can they get a turnaround kill onto Bob here? Jägermeister stuns onto 2. Riptire, I think, got killed somehow? That was weird. It just kind of disappeared. Yorick goes down. Still pressuring on forward here. They've got the stun onto Rhaevar, but Anduin has the first save. Oh, Junkrat goes down. Rodney with a Swift Strike reset as Jägermeister turns it around. That's a trade onto Genji. Keep is still being pressured here by Rodney's imaginary friends. Boss above half health. Leo is about to be back. 25 seconds on Junkrat. Rodney's imaginary friends not going to press their luck with no Rhaegar and no Genji.
Team's core is under attack.
Beacons are activated. It's looking like the core will not take any damage here from this boss. Rodney's imaginary friends just getting the camp stun that they can. Aragonis scouting here on the left-hand side. Throws a stun and walks away going... That's the sound Muradin makes when you hit a fadeaway Stormbolt. Pressure is in onto the bottom camp here. Oh, stun goes out onto Varian. There's the slowing sands as well. Jägermeister looking for a charge out of there. Gets the charge taunt onto Misha. Nice stun timing there onto Genji. Oh my goodness, Rodney blown up there. Trying to X-strike to safety. Aragonis, good peel there. to get Rodney's imaginary friends back to safety. Jägermeister still holding this space as Aragonis goes into the backline just in case. The target, Aragonis has the Avatar and gets the Ancestral to keep on rolling. Leo coming in for a super flank though. Rodney's imaginary friend stepping very far forward. Bob is going to mount up and walk away. Right now, Nexus retirement angle, just trying to get back to full health so they can help re-engage. There's the charge. Snarfungus trying to move away, gets taunted, but there's the cleanse from Drinko. Timeout here. Good timing from Chromie. Light Bomb comes out just a little bit early. Snarfungus still going to go down, though. Rexar falling as well. There goes Muradin, and all of a sudden, Nexus retirement angle find themselves a scattered triple kill. Could be turnaround time here on Braxis holdout. They're going to work on this keep wall. They've got 30 seconds in this 5 versus 2, but Genji's actually going to go and double back cap the objective and force Nexus retirement angle to move back. Rodney staying sneaky in the mid. Uh-oh, they find Rodney. There's the long jump. No chastise to be had. Genji gets away. Well, that did buy time for the members of Rodney's imaginary friends to respawn and get ready for the defense. Unless they can just run at one of these points. Rodney doubling around here as Rayvar catches Misha on the edge. Misha charge, does not connect. Charge taunt comes on out. Timeout once again from Chromie trying to outlast this Entomb. There's the light bomb. Chromie in trouble. Receives the Ancestral. Is it going to be enough here? Drinko trying to move away as well. Snarfungus staying alive. Could this be a turnaround? Rodney in the back working on Jockishlu. X-Strike does not get the execute. Jockishlu survives. Aragonis stepping forward. There's a stun on Devarian, but just in case has the pull. Anduin does have the double pull now after that 16 talent. And amazingly, nobody goes down in that engage. Boss is up once again here. Rodney's imaginary friends just rotating on down to the low side. Good job by Rodney not getting blown away by the concussion mine. Mithril Mace finished up there by Leoric. Rodney checking the camp here, but Jägermeister scouting it out. 19 versus 19 here. Aragonis is spotted here in the boss pit. Bob is going to see that this camp is being stolen. Camp stolen. Bob is starting to move away here. Dismounted by the Misha charge. Oh no! Leo is taken down. Didn't want to pop the Wraith Walk and pays for it here. Nexus retirement angle going to be forced to back off and defend, and that is going to give Genji the top point here. Rodney's imaginary friends going to start up their channel on these beacons. Misha goes down. Uh-oh, Snarfungus. Trying to get away from Varian here. Gets slowed by the Lion's Maw. Gets knocked back by the Riptire. There's the Ancestral healing coming on out. Chromie eats that double Ancestral as X-Strike looking for Jockishlu here. Genji avoids the Light Bomb stun to wait out that silence. And this fight continues just in case. Being targeted. Bob is back and in that front line swinging away. 100% versus 100% on these Zerg waves. Top wave is looking pretty nasty here for Nexus retirement angle, but here comes the bottom wave. Taunt goes out onto Genji on the top side. There is the Entomb. Aragonis in trouble in the front. Misha going down. Aragonis drops the Avatar. Here comes the pressure on the top side. This is all in right now for Rodney's imaginary friends. They have to try to push through and win here because the top wave is so big for Nexus retirement angle. Huge trouble for Genji. Rodney barely surviving there, manages to get away, but Leo gets the big swipe. Genji goes down. Bob moves away here. That is a huge save by Nexus retirement angle. Oh no, Rodney's imaginary friends is forced to try to back off. They can't get their backs. Mundane Zebra and Starfungus. Do they get away here? Oh, Bob didn't check. Core starting to take some damage, down past 90%. Can Chromie clear this away? Mundane Zebra trying to as well. We're down past 60%. We do have... Is this Piercing Sands? It is. Chromie with the Piercing Sands clear. Looks like it's going to be barely enough for the save. But Muradin run down here in the bottom lane. It might be too little too late. 33% on the core. Nexus retirement angle going in 5v3. Rexar gets the root here, but they're moving on in. Core shielding has not had time to regenerate, and this looks like Nexus retirement angle has what it takes. They just need a couple more hits. Bob is wailing away here, and that will be Nexus retirement angle going up 2-1 here in this series. GG. Wow, Rodney's imaginary friends went all in the bottom lane, but they just couldn't get the pick they needed. And just from there, Nexus retirement angle just let the wave do its thing and jumped in to finish that core. What an exciting game number 3. Really, really good stuff. Let's go to the post game. Unbelievable. Jakashlu on the Junkrat, 89,500 hero damage for Nexus retirement angle. Doing good work out there. Snarfungus on the Chromie, nearly 91,000 hero damage for Rodney's imaginary friends. Such a hectic matchup. Really, really could have gone either way. Take a look at the talents as we update our scoreboard, and we will get ready for Game 4. Alrighty. Nexus retirement angle choosing the map once again, and we are going to Garden of Terror for game number 4. See if this is what it takes for Nexus retirement angle to close it up, or if Rodney's imaginary friends have got the secret sauce here on Garden. Draft is up. Let's get in there. All right. Map number 4, Blaze once again. The big ban at the top of the charts. Nexus retirement angle. Sticking with the Hogger band. Sticking with what's working. Will Rodney's imaginary friends go off-road here? Get something crazy picked. Do they have the heart, the power, the constitution to go quadruple bruiser? Will they go with 4 offlaners and a Rhaegar? I feel like that's the comp to play on Garden. It's gonna work. I'm telling you. No Diablo, no Johanna. Solid pairings at the top, taken away by both squads. First pick here for Rodney's imaginary friends. Garden of Terror. Could go a lot of different ways here. Junkrat is up, but Drinko goes for the Lucio. It seemed like Lucio might not have been a priority for these teams, but Drinko does pick it up here. Definitely a lot of walls for Lucio to ride on around these objectives. Nexus retirement angle with the double pick next. See if they want that Junkrat here, or if they want to grab some of that camp clear. It's ever so necessary on Garden of Terror. And they will grab that. Sylvanas Rhaegar. The choices here for Rhaegar and looks like Vivanche. is subbing in here for Bob. A little bit of roll swappage going on the side of Nexus retirement angle as Mundane Zebra locks the Dahaka, and Rodney will snap up that Junkrat. Lots of displacement chosen so far by Rodney's imaginary friends, and some further displacement will be banned out with the stitches going away. Rodney's imaginary friends looking at the Rhaegar Sylvanas. I'm probably banning Greymane here, honestly. This just looks like a full push comp potential from Nexus retirement angle right now. They're going to ban Zeratul. Zeratul would definitely have a lot of room to work versus Lucio Junkrat. So sort of a protective ban there. I can appreciate that. If they go a Nubarak Greymane, I'm going to clap. Nexus retirement angle. Don't let me down. Prove me right. I'm locking in the double pick. What do we got? We got the Sonya, and we got the Muradin. That's basically the same thing, chat. Tell me Sonya Muradin isn't Greymane and Nubarak. Tell me that right now, because you're wrong, and I'm right. Last two picks here for Rodney's imaginary friends, looking for a tank, looking for a flex. Let's see what they got. They're going Varian Tracer. Wow. This is a very team fight, pick-oriented comp here for Rodney's imaginary friends. It's lacking a little bit of the wave clear I was hoping for. They've got the Junkrat. Dahaka's not bad, but Varian Tracer Lucio very light on the wave clear department. Jakashlu, last pick here, going for the Genji. Trying to take the place of what that Zeratul might do. Rodney's imaginary friends once again taking a little bit of a greedy draft here. Didn't really work out for them on Braxis holdout, but it was pretty close. Maybe they can pull it off this time. Here we go. Game number 4. On the left in the blue, it is Nexus retirement angle. Just in case on the Sonya, Rayvar playing Genji, Jakashlu on the Muradin, Vavance on Rhaegar, and Jägermeister playing Sylvanas. On the right in the red, it is Rodney's imaginary friends, Drinko on Lucio, Snarfungus playing the Tracer, Rodney on Junkrat, Aragonis on the Varian, and Mundane Zebra is playing Dahaka. Game number 4 is underway here. Looks like the Sylvanas squad heading towards the bottom lane. Drinko just scouting things out as Jakashlu and Rayvar look to cut off any support here. It's Rhaegar and Sylvanas going to lock into this bottom tower. Jakashlu being chased out there by Drinko. Lucio just leading the charge there with that movement speed. A little bit of damage onto the bottom tower. Party happening down here in the bottom lane for the meantime. Sonya and Dahaka will be trading barbs in the early going, as Varian is actually going to be the first one going down here. Nexus retirement angle strikes with first blood. Ooh, Jägermeister in trouble. Snarfungus on the chase, lands the bomb. Not quite enough to take down Sylvanas. Vavance trying to turn it around here onto Tracer. Tracer gets away. Had one more blink in the tank. Rodney, is stunned on the wrong side of the concussion mine here. Gets it just in case. Oh no! Rayvar, nice deflect damage. Aragonis hits. Did we have a charge? Oh, Jakashlu. Mundane Zebra getting there before Genji's cooldown was back. Activates the bugs and takes down the ninja. Very heavy team fights in the start, which I feel like favors Rodney's imaginary friends, as they're going to pick up another kill here onto Rhaegar and complete this invade. Jockishlu and Jägermeister in the area. Here comes Rhaevar. They could threaten this. It is 3v3 for now. Jägermeister gets hit with the bomb. Snarfungus chasing under fort for now before recalling back to safety. Uh-oh, Tracer didn't have anywhere left to go. Will be taken down. Aragonis being chased out next as just in case spins on into the back line. Nice push there from Drinko. Oh my gosh, these teams just won't stop brawling. Lucio's going to be going down on the backside here trying to chase Rhaevar. They're going to try to start this camp once again. Oh my goodness. Fights are flying here in the first 2.5 minutes. Mundane Zebra trying to move away here, gets the duck on the low side. Just in case, being pushed away by Junkrat and Tracer. Sylvanas Black Arrow shutting down this gate as the Bruiser camp sets on forward. Taunt onto Jägermeister there. Fielding on back. Tracer thinking about a flank here. Got dismounted by those minions. As now Sonya just kind of solo pushing the top lane. Chewing on the wall. Power of Sonya left alone. Objective mostly ignored by both teams for now. See if anyone's going to jump on that. Jockishlu just warding the area for now. There's the charge. Ooh, the jump went out before the taunt did. And now both teams are thinking about this objective phase. Nexus retirement angle does have their 7s. Jägermeister has one interrupt with the Haunting Wave. Genji on the top side has the next one. Sonya and Dahak is still battling away in the top lane as Stormbolt connects onto Tracer. Snarfungus gets hit with the Shadow Dagger. Sylvanas not going to commit there. As Rhaevar into the backline now working on Tracer. Snarfungus in some trouble here. Deflect isn't enough for the kill. I'd say slam build Sonya is pretty normal these days for when Sonya's picked. Ever since they changed that slam build, it's kind of become standard. Charge taunt onto the top lane. Rhaevar in big trouble here. Genji will go down. Nice drag by Mundane Zebra. Jockishlu is caught, trying to get towards the wall. Bumped back by Lucio. Muradin will fall. One more interrupt from Jägermeister, and this looks like Rodney's imaginary friends are going to grab this first objective. Jägermeister continuing to be chased by Tracer. Ooh, the short-range warp is going to be enough. Just in case in trouble here, Mundane Zebra is gonna have some speed here coming out of the bush. Dark Swarm for the kill. Another scuffle over this left side camp here. Drinko being chased out by Jockishlu. Here comes Vivanche throwing down the slow totem. Starfungus in trouble, has a blink to get back. Over the top. Oh, that's Junkrat that's going to be caught. Rodney trying to move away on the low side. That is going to be Junkrat to fall. There goes Tracer next. Salami meta or pepperoni? Salami has always been off meta. Oh, Drinko being chased out there by Genji. Rhaevar nearly picking up another kill solo there. Seed spawning on the top side as Nexus retirement angle locks in their first fort, and now they're going for this camp steal on the bottom side of the map. They've also got their 10s. We got Leap here for Sonya, Wailing Arrow, Ancestral Healing. Genji and Muradin still thinking about their choice. Gonna be X-Strike and Haymaker here. Uh-oh. Drinko in trouble. There's the Drinko. He is now made of hay. Lucio goes down. Pressure will keep on going on the bottom side. This camp just continuing to get a ton of value here for Nexus retirement angle. Junkrat trying to ward away this push. So it looks like Nexus Retirement Angle did manage to get that top objective. Drag lands from Mundane Zebra. Sonya has a leap just in case. Gonna get silenced though. It's close. Under 200 health, but just in case survives.
Prepare to gather it.
Yeah, I mean this this comp from Nexus Retirement Angle, it pushes very well. Roddy's Imaginary Friends, they've picked a nice brawling comp, but it does not defend against lane pushes terribly well. Taunt goes out onto Vivanche, gets the self-end Stressful. Drinko in some trouble, gets hit with one end of the X-Strike. Tracer and Lucio to go down. They're looking for Junkrat next. Rodney gets popped. Triple kill for Nexus Retirement Angle. They're going to pick up another seed point here to go up 2-1. They got a camp pushing the mid lane, so they're going to try to ferry that on forward. Midford in some trouble here as Aragonis finds the taunt onto Vivanche. Leap in from just in case. Didn't seem like it got the stun there. Aragonis seemed like they just kept going. That was an interesting one. Rayvar into the back line, trying to turn things around onto Genji and Tracer. Dahaka, though, going to be the first to go down. Rayvar keeps trying to trade out, manages to jump over the wall. Great stun from Muradin. That is Varian to fall. 13-11 here. Nexus Retirement Angle. Strong control here on this map number 4. Next seed getting ready to spawn on the top side of the map. This would be an objective completed if Nexus Retirement Angle can lock this up. Roddy's Imaginary Friends now back to full strength. They need to find themselves another favorable fight here. They are down level 13s for the moment. They're going to go in. They've got to try. Dahaka ready to come in and join the fight. Leap into the back here. Aragonis peeling on backwards. Silence onto Drinko as Rayvar chases forward. Lucio goes down. Tracer pushed away on the top side as well. Mundane Zebra in the mix will go down as well. Double kill and possibly more. Oh, Junkrat gets taken out. There goes Varian. It's a quad kill for Nexus Retirement Angle. They're going to pick up this objective. They've got the top lane pushing. They might be able to just parlay this into a core run. Forward spawn on these Garden Terrors. Top keep is going to go down. Mid pressure is being created. Here comes the pressure through the mid. Nexus Retirement Angle looks like they're focusing on the double keep play, but they're up 3 levels right now, 16-13. If they can find themselves a pick or two, they can just go ahead and take this core. Rodney's Imaginary Friends fighting for their playoff lives here. Snarfungus in trouble is going to recall back towards the backside here, but Tracer goes down. Objective is now on the core. Nexus Retirement Angle have peeled away the shielding, and they're looking to clean up this series. There goes the Ancestral. Drinko in trouble. Gets hit with the Stormbolt. Core past 50%. Nexus Retirement Angle. Have they done it? They surge on in. Couple of focused hits here. Genji goes down, but so does the core. That is going to be game number 4 and the series going to Nexus Retirement Angle. Strong control start to finish there. Nexus Retirement Angle. Very solid victory there on Garden of Terror. Up until that map, it was super, super close for those first 3 games. But Nexus Retirement Angle rises to the occasion, and they will be moving on to the Heroic Finals. Let's go to the post game here. Check out these statistics. Jägermeister on the Sylvanas. Nearly 37,000 hero damage in a very short game number 3, stopped just before 11 minutes. Rodney on the Junkrat, nearly 29,000 hero damage coming on out for Rodney's Imaginary Friends. We'll take a quick look at the talents here, and we'll see if we can get an interview with our victorious team. Alrighty. All right. Hello, Jockishlu. Looks like we've got Ver coming in as well. Any
Yes,
other folks coming on in?
our spirit animal.
The moral support.
AoE rules here as well. Welcome, folks. Congratulations on the 3-1.
Hey,
Yeah,
Thank you.
Very solid series. Very, very close, especially in those first 3 games. Were you anticipating such a tight series here?
It was a little bit sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played with this team that much. We were kind of running it down a little bit too much at times, so it got a little sweaty, I think.
Yeah, it
But,
seems like both teams have a lot of high risk, high reward players, so it really could have went either team's way at any moment.
Yeah, that was one thing I definitely noticed was just both maps super back and forth there, just brawling start to finish. Is that a style that you're sort of used to playing as a team, or was that just sort of matching the energy of the series today?
Well, our roster tends to have, so we have a 9-man roster, and every week it's kind of a different set of people playing, so it really is based on the 5 that are playing at the moment.
Okay.
I will say that players are very different. I tend to being a lot safer of a player. So like when they were this game, they invaded the bruiser camp while Sonya and Murden were top lane. And we were like pinging it. We were like, they're invading, don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. And then they just took the 3v5 and killed them all. I was like I was like so tilted when I saw them running in and fighting, but then they just won it. So
Well,
there's
sometimes
definitely different levels of aggression on the team. I
Yeah,
don't know if I
someone who was
agree
just
with all the
watching, I think that mostly came down to the pre-4 variant.
I don't know
Well,
if I
It's hard
agree with all
to
the calls.
sustain
first
the
invade,
camp
yeah.
without a full tank.
Oh, I was talking about the second invade.
Oh,
Like
okay.
making him.
Man, well, I mean, like you said, a lot of high risk plays on both sides, but it seemed like the draft was a little bit greedy on the side of Rodney's imaginary friends, and you guys had a little bit more of a sort of macro focus on those picks. Was that sort of a conscious decision going into those maps, or is that just how the heroes fell in that particular draft?
I think our for the last game, I think our draft just was a lot more coordinated into what they had to do. So like the Sonya into the Haka, if the Haka ever leaves, right? You saw top lane, Sonya just pushed, right?
Yeah.
And then our damage composition, I mean, Sylva's always like a great pick in general. Genji is also overall a really good hero, unless you have him like actually perma countered. And if you're always going to blow a variant stun on him, you have to be there to actually kill him. I mean, not the stun, the taunt, right? So when you look at the other team, you see a Junkrat, which is, I mean, kind of slow damage. And he plays far back, right? And then you see Tracer, but which wants to play far forward and like deep into our team. So that massive like gap in in range, right, for damage, it takes a lot more to execute it perfectly over maybe something else in that specific game. So there was a little bit, I mean, it made Variant's job a lot harder, and it made Genji's job like a lot easier, right? Because even if he taunts someone, one assassin alone is difficult to kill him, right? And the rest of the team just has higher health pools.
I actually felt like that in game 3, the Braxis one. I feel like playing Varian Junkrat, like it just didn't feel very good. It felt like Varian was super useless. So like maybe I'm not high on that hero right now. Seems hard to like engage. It's like you don't have much mobility.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of very high mobility tanks sort of at the top right now. You've either got Johanna, who's just so stalwart it doesn't matter. Diablo's zipping all over the map. Anubarak can go wherever he wants all the time. Murden's just jumping over all the obstacles. Varian just kind of feels a little clunky. So I can definitely see it being a little more difficult to play.
You can really predict what he wants to do, right? It's picked for an assassin. It's picked for like a one-shot kind of combo on a specific hero, and if you're ready for that, then the healer is just there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Just tell me a little bit about the experience in Heroic this season in general. It's been it's a little bit of a smaller division this time around. Do you feel like you got to know the other teams better? Is it a lot of the same teams that you've been playing against, or were there some new faces this season?
I'd say in general, even before the division, like a lot of the players in our team knew most of the players in the other team. We've all played together before in previous NGS divisions, in-houses, all that stuff.
Hmm.
So it's more just playing with people that we already know decently well.
Pretty tight community.
Well, that's good to hear. Always nice to have a nice tight knit community around these divisions. I'm just looking forward at the other side of the bracket there. I believe Seven Rings had it over Big Push Power earlier this week. Is that a matchup that you're looking forward to reprising here? Is that, something that you've been looking forward to, or something that you've been dreading a little bit?
I think it should be a lot of fun, honestly. I always like playing against like the Latin American teams. They got their power picks, like Crown has the Mephisto and Cyrus with like the Cyrus heroes. He's like well known for being a two-trick on
Rexar,
ladder.
Deathwing.
Everybody always bans it in Storm League. It's like should be fun.
I'll be excited to see it for sure. Congratulations on the win today, 3-1 victory. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we head on out?
Start with shout out to the team. Everyone's been playing great, and like you can definitely see every week we're getting a lot more cohesive together.
Is that true? That's true.
It's getting there considering we have a 9-man roster. So
well,
there's
you didn't
always
see how it started.
There's always
I didn't see how it started. I actually joined this team like a month ago, and then this is the second series that I played in. And this is my first time playing tank in a competitive game. That last game, the final, I've never played like I was always playing assassin or played in competitive teams before. So
Man.
So I don't know. If this is a lot more cohesive than at the start of the season, I'm worried for you guys.
Yeah, and of course, shout out to Rodney's team. I mean, they played great. Every one of those games seemed like it could go either way.
Very tight series.
And even though I
indeed.
didn't get to play any of the games today, but they look like so much fun to play in. I'm jealous.
Well, it was a fun one for sure, and hopefully you guys get some playtime in the finals next week. Though, like you said, you got 9 people. We'll see who hits the. We'll see who actually hits the matches. But thank you so much for coming on by. Congrats on the win once again, and good luck in the finals.
Yeah, thank you so much for casting.
Thank you.
My pleasure. See you next time.
Yeah, thank you.
All righty.